Buenos días, chicos. How was your first day of Springford online learning? I hope it was very good and productive and you got all your work done on the first day. Well, here's day two, and I'm going to walk you through a couple things here. So the first thing I want you to find is on Google Classroom. If you look at yesterday's assignment, the 30th, you'll see that you were supposed to study the vocab list, complete your Did you get it 1, 2, and 3, and then watch the video that Anthony and I made. So it's all right here. I hope that you did all three of those things. And if you didn't do them yet, I'll go over the answers for the Did you get it tomorrow. I'll give you a couple of the answers today just to kind of um, show you, just to kind of fill in the blanks to set you up just in case you need a little help. And then make sure that you watch the video that Anthony and I made, and it has all your vocab in it. It's 6 minutes long, so try to learn the vocab that we're talking about in that video. All right, so if you go to let's do the Did You Get It first. So go to the Did You Get It packet, the Did You Get It, and this one says, Está lloviendo. This is the intro that I would normally do for you. It says, Está lloviendo y hace mal tiempo. Dame una sugerencia. So give me a sugerencia. Give me a, what the heck is a sugerencia in English? A suggestion. Yeah. Okay. So it's raining out and it's bad weather. So give me a suggestion. So in Spanish, we say cats and dogs, and in English, we say cats and dogs, and in Spanish, we say sapos y culebras. So está lloviendo sapos y culebras means it's raining frogs and snakes. Anyway, so the sugerencia, if you didn't come up with one yet, could be sugiero que traigas un paraguas. I suggest that you bring an umbrella. Sugiero que te quedes en casa. I suggest that you stay home. Sugiero que lleves botas. I suggest that you wear boots. Anyway, okay. So you're supposed to match these, and like I said, we'll go over these tomorrow. This is easy peasy. This one's pretty easy too. Maybe you are having trouble with this one. Number 6, a fin de que en caso de que. So a fin de que en caso de que. So en caso de que means in case of, and how about a fin de que? Oh yeah, is in order that. So these two go together, and temer wouldn't go there because temer means I'm afraid. So these two are, those conjunctions. So you use these conjunctions. These are triggers for the subjunctive. Okay. And then this is just straight up translation. Do that. And then read these and figure out if they're true or false. And then, this is pretty easy. It says, let's see, let's do number 4. Te puedo blank sobre cómo hacer la búsqueda. Te puedo, can I blank about how to do a search? Can I give a suggestion? Hacer una sugerencia sobre cómo hacer una búsqueda. Anyway, so that's the answer for that, and see if you can figure out the other ones. And then these are just great little questions for you to see if you can answer them. So do you have a computer? What's it like? What do you use it for? Where do you keep your computer? Where do you put it? What do you like to do when you connect to the internet? So maybe, let's see. So if I ask you a question with te, you always answer with me. So let's do number 3. So, ¿qué te gusta hacer? You answer, me gusta conectarme. I like to connect myself a las redes sociales para ver qué hacen mis amigos, to see what my friends are doing. That's just my answer. You can certainly say whatever you like. And then that's it for the Did You Get It? Okay, so we'll put that away. Actually, don't put that away. Turn the page one more time, and I'm going to give you a little lesson on the adverbial conjunctions. So those are like con tal de que, para que, and things like that. Okay, so turn your page one time to the Did You Get It, and hopefully you're here. This is page 4 of the Did You Get It. If you don't have the Did You Get It packet, it's in this. I actually gave it to you before we went. Before we left. So I remember I handed out a whole bunch of stuff because I thought that maybe this would happen. So it's on the 30th of March. And if you want to print it out, you can. It's up to you. All right. So in the did you get it? Okay. So these are just more triggers for the subjunctive. So you know so many triggers now for the subjunctive. You know, ojalá que, es posible que, yo quiero que, espero que, yo temo que, I'm afraid that. So there are lots and lots of triggers that you have. You have a whole packet of them of triggers for subjunctive. So these are just more. So really, again, I'm not really teaching you anything new. I'm just giving you more vocab, and that's what this is. So let's read through it together. It says subjunctive after adverbial conjunctions. So read the sentences paying attention to the bold-faced words. Antes de que te vayas, so before you go, I'm going to tell you, voy a decirte cómo conectarte a internet. So before you go, this antes de que right here is a trigger for the subjunctive. And if you look on your vocab sheet, it's on the back of your vocab sheet. And then let's see here. Te voy a hacer algunas sugerencias. I'm going to make some suggestions a fin de que so that you can, so you puedas hacer búsquedas más fácilmente. So again, this is just vocab I'm going over with you and showing you that you can use it with the subjunctive. The next one, en caso de que quieras comunicarte conmigo hoy, in case that you want to connect with me today, you can send me a correo electrónico. And in fact, that's very fitting because you can do that if you have any questions or if you need any help. Send me a correo electrónico. Okay. So conjunctions such as antes de que, a fin de que, en caso de que are followed in Spanish by the subjunctive because they express doubt or uncertainty about whether or not the events in the second part of the sentence will happen. Study the chart below that contains other conjunctions that express doubt or uncertainty and are followed by the subjunctive. So you have words like a menos que means unless, con tal de que, as long as, para que, and sin que. If I were you, I would just pick out the ones that I like and use those. So there, how many are there? 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 of them. And the ones I like, I use antes de que a lot. I use en caso de que, I like that one. And I use para que, I like that one a lot. So pick out the ones that you like and use those. So here's para que estudies. In order that you study, so that you can study, I'll take you to the library. Para que estudies. Remember the subjunctive is yo. Put your hands up. Yo minus O, opposite ending. Ooh, both sides for yoga. Yo minus O, opposite ending. I miss you guys. You're so cute. Okay. So then, anyhow, so you're going to use these conjunctions. What's the rest of it say? Read the sentences, paying attention to the bold-faced words. Para que estudies, blah, blah, blah. Para estudiar. Oh, yeah. So they're showing you that you can do it in the subjunctive, but you could also do it with an infinitive. So para estudiar, in order to study. So you can either do it in the subjunctive, or you could just say para estudiar and leave it in the infinitive, which is super nice too. So, and easy. So really, it's just kind of whatever you want to say. And listen, when you watch the video of me and Anthony, make sure that you listen to my conjunctions, and I try to use a subjunctive in there for you too. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to give you. I think that you should also try and do the next section of the Did You Get It? So that these are just filling in the blanks. So this is really easy. Why don't you try to add 1, 2, and 3 to your list, and then we'll move on Wednesday. Okay. All right. Miss you guys. Send me emails if you have any questions or if you just want to chat. All right. Bye.